What would you do if you are born without arms and legs? How can a person transform seemingly impossible challenges into extraordinary opportunities? Is human potential truly defined by physical limitations? Let's meet famous motivational speaker Nicholas James. Nick was born on December 4, 1982 in Melbourne, Australia, with a rare genetical condition that is known as tetra syndrome, which is a form of phocomelia. Phocomelia is a rare birth defect that causes the abnormal development of the limbs, resulting in hands and feet being attached close to the body. The word phocomelia, which comes from Greek word phok, which means seal, that is a sea animal as we all know, with melia, which means limbs, literally limbs which look like that of a seal. Phocomelia is characterized by missing or malformed long bones in the limbs. Distal parts like hands or feet which are connected directly into the shoulder or into the hip. Limbs that are severely shortened or sometimes completely absent. Fingers and toes that are typically fused together. A flipper-like appearance of the limbs, defects of the eyes, nose and ears, growth and mental deficits. So all these things can be seen with phocomelia, but it's not mandatory that all these symptoms will be present in a single person. Nick's parents were Serbian immigrants who faced a big challenge when their son was born. At first glance, his parents noticed something unusual. His limbs were dramatically different from what they were expected. His arms and legs appeared shortened, with his hands and feet emerged almost directly from his trunk. Nick's specific physical characters, which include complete shortening of arms and legs, one foot with initially fused toes. Later, they surgically separated them. Phocomelia is a rare birth defect, affects less than 1 in 100,000 births, with multiple potential causes. There can be genetical factors like genetical mutations that affect limb development, autosomal recessive traits linked to chromosome number 8, and many other chromosomal abnormalities can lead to this condition. The most notorious cause of phocomelia is thalidomide, which is a drug that is prescribed in the 1950s and early 1960s for morning sickness, which cause very severe limb malformations. Other environmental factors, which includes, for example, like substance abuse like alcohol, cocaine, gestational diabetes, that means diabetes during the time of pregnancy, X-ray radiation exposure, etc., can lead to this phocomelia. Nick's condition involves complex genetical mutations that affect limb development during the embryonic stages. Nick's life was a constant battle of self-acceptance and grief, but his mother made him realize that his imperfections is a perfect inspiration to others. It was his life turning point when his mother showed him a piece of article from the newspaper about a man who is still happy even with disability. Nick then understands that life without limbs doesn't mean a life without purpose. By the age of 17, Nick had the chance to lead a speech at his prayer group. The young Nick met friends that also inspired him to continue his journey. With God's grace and Nick's perseverance, he graduated from Griffith University at the age of 21 with double major in finance and accounting. Despite initial challenges, Nick's journey was remarkable. He developed amazing adaptability. He learned to write using his foot. Without any limbs, Nick is able to type 43 words per minute on a computer by using his toes, slightly above the average for non-professional typists. He works as a motivational speaker in 57 countries and addresses millions of people. He published international bestseller book, Life Without Limits. He also founded multiple non-profit organizations. He was awarded Best Actor in a Short Film. Later on, Nick married a beautiful girl on 12th February 2012. Now Nick and his wife have two sons and two daughters who are absolutely normal. The family resides in Southern California. His quote says, "I may not have hands to hold my wife's hands, but I don't need a hand to hold her heart. That's what I'm gonna hold." Even though Phocomelia is an incurable condition, there are few treatments available for making the person symptomatically better. For example, specialized prosthetic adaptations can be done for better functioning of the limbs. There is psychological counseling and physical therapy focusing on alternative mobility techniques that is suitable for each person with different type of disabilities. Toe separation surgery is also performed in some people. Personalized rehabilitation strategies also has been done in people with Phocomelia. Nick's story transcends medical diagnosis. He represents the extraordinary human capacity to overcome physical limitations, turning potential disadvantages into powerful platforms for global inspiration and change. His life powerfully demonstrates that human potential is not determined by physical constraints, but by the strength of one's spirit and determination. Through motivational speeches, live events, and inspirational resources, the life of Nick, a man with no limbs, will still remain a heartwarming story worth sharing for hundreds of generations to come. Let me conclude this video with his famous quote, "Along the way, you might fall down. Sometimes in life, you might fall down and can't find the strength to get back up. Do you think you have hope? Because I tell you, I am down here, I have no legs, no arms. It should be impossible for me to get up, but it's not." If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share with all your friends. Thank you.